Welcome back. Middle Age Grind here. And today I want to be going over something I read yesterday, and I want to give this guy credit. And the name of this is the 10 Classy Characteristics of Men by Lachlan Brown, and he is from Global English Editing. So I want to give him his credit. Now I will say this, you don't have to be a man, you can be a woman or whatever, and I think they're good for everyone. And we're going to start off with number one, listen more than you speak. This is something I think comes with age. When we're young and we know everything, we whippersnappers who want to just run off at the mouth. I think as you get older and you learn a lot of stuff and you get wisdom and you try this habit, when you do speak, people listen a little bit more carefully because you don't run your mouth all the time. I think that's pretty cool. Number two, always punctual. And this is something I've always been pretty good at. My dad was, my mom was. We just weren't late for things. And I get it. Stuff happens. Traffic, accidents, people get sick. Things happen. But if you are going to be late, just let people know. This is 2024, guys. Shoot a text. Give a quick call. Hey, I'm running a little bit late. I'm going to be 10, 15 minutes out. Shoot a text. It's just something that a lot of people don't do, and it's very easy. The third one, my wife would kind of get me on this one, dress appropriately. You know, I'm at work right now, and this is how I basically dress to work, a nice collared shirt and slacks, and it's appropriate. I'm in a small southern town. When I first started here, I wore a suit and tie for the first couple of days, and I had someone tell me, you know who wears suits and ties in this town? Law enforcement and IRS agents. And I said, well, I'm neither one of them, and I think, but you know, around the house though, I'm just a shirt from Walmart, athletic shorts, Russell brand, Under Armour kind of guy. And my wife always teased me, you can't go out with paint stains on a shirt kind of thing. But I think that's just something that people, you know, dress appropriately. The fourth one, they're respectful to everyone. And I think, in this time and age, respect is kind of going out the window, decorum. You look what's going on nationally and media markets and politically. There's just not much respect anymore. And you can say it's warranted or not. But in everyday life, we're not politicians and we're not media people. It's very important to be respectful. Look, are you respectful when you go to the gas station and that attendant's there every day and kind of thing, and the teller at the bank, the Walmart employee? You know, it's that goes a long way. Sometimes you can make someone's day just by giving them a nice compliment. You know. Number five, and this is big for me, and I'll share a personal story. Keeping your word. You know, growing up, my dad and I were best buds. We went to a ton of baseball and football games and basketball games. Tulane was the team back then. And you know, coming up, he always told me, Ross, if you do really good in school, I'm going to buy you a nice car when you graduate high school. Me and Mom are going to do that for you. And it was just something, you know, and my dad liked to have a good time. He had a couple beers in him, you know. And I just, you know, I was like, all right, Dad, you know, kind of thing, and didn't really expect anything. And I did pretty well in high school. And one day they came home and they said, you know, we told you about we're going to take care of you. And they bought me a 1999 Mustang GT. And we get a little emotional here. He kept his word. And that's big. That's big for me. And I try to do that in life, try to do that with my kids. You know, And we want to get them all off to a good start, all 4 of them. And my wife and I, we're going to do what we can too. We're going to keep our word. That's big. Number 6, show kindness and empathy. You know, everyone's going through something in life. Just being kind. Hey, can I help you with that? You know, a lady about a week ago at Aldi had a big case of those, you know, waters, 24 count of those bottled waters, and she was older. And I could tell she was parked a couple cars from me. And I said, you need some help with that, ma'am? You know, just in a nice tone, not, you know, I didn't want to scare her enough. And she goes, would you help me? And I'm like, certainly. She goes, I love that, certainly. You don't see that a lot nowadays, just people being kind and stuff. And sometimes, you know, people, they just appreciate just being a good human being. Number 7, continuously learning. And look, the day and age we live in, YouTube and AI and, you know, everything's on the phones now and internet. And it could be anything. It could be something like this. I come across these articles, and when they're really good, I like sharing them. And it's like I said, giving this Lachlan Brown his credit, because I thought it was a really good top 10 on being a classy person. And always just trying to learn something new. I mean, I remember my grandpa saying, you know, you learn something every day. And he lived to be 71, and I think you can continue to learn something, and it makes you a better person. Number 8, and I think this is something that everyone can work on a little bit, myself included, aren't afraid to show vulnerability. Wow. And you know what? When we don't know how to do something or don't know the answer to something, I think people do appreciate that. You know what? I don't know, but I'm going to look into that. I'll get back with you. Or I know someone who knows. And I'm not comfortable with answering that question, but I'm going to find out and get back with you. That's what I do a lot in my job, you know, at State Farm. People have questions with claim situations and coverages, and I've been doing this 17 years now, and, you know, got a good bit of knowledge, and I feel like I'm a veteran, but I don't know everything. And I'm not afraid to pick up the phone, and we have people in this company that know their specific line and things, and then people appreciate when you say right away, let me find out, I will call you back. I had a video on that, and I will, and I'll get back to you. Number 9, this is one I can work on a little bit too, but maintain good posture. And I think just that is, in a man or a woman, when you confident, you know, you're not having these shouldered legs and that kind of stuff. And I guess it's something we all can work on. Going to the gym, I think, helps a little bit with that, keeping good health. And the last one, number 10, practicing gratitude. And this is something I talked about in a previous video. You don't know how powerful a handwritten note is nowadays. And I try to do that a lot of times with customers and certain things. If I get a new customer, I try to write on my letterhead, hey, thank you for doing business with us. If you need anything, give us a call. Ross, you know, and just putting that out there. Or even sometimes when you lose business, hey, sorry, I understand, you know, if things changes, please keep us in mind. I think, because no one does that anymore. When's the last time you've gotten a handwritten note in your mailbox? It's been a long time since I've gotten one. And I think that's just really, really cool. And I wanted to share that with you today about Lachlan Brown. I will be giving an update. I posted a video on about our food household budget and some of the tweaks we've made this month. And things are working out pretty good so far, even though this is only May 15th. At the end of the month, I'm going to share where we are on that goal that we set and some of the things we've done. Because like I said, in all our household item budgets, that's the one that we were consistently going over. And I think that'll help us going forward. Well, that's it for today. And I'll see you next time on the Middle Age Grind.